Hello everyone, my name is Jillian, this is my channel, and I want to talk about sewing a little bit. I got a sewing machine for my birthday this year, and it was a gift from my brother. Thank you very much. It's currently sitting on my desk right there. I have the Singer M1000, I think that's what it is, and let me just say, having a sewing machine is like, it feels like you have the world in your hand, okay? I have not been sewing for very long. Let me just say that. Not at all. Not even a little bit long. I don't think I've been sewing for even like a year. I only really started sewing since the winter time, like early winter-ish. That's when I really got into sewing, or got into sewing at all, because my favorite teacher, and specifically my art teacher, she let me use her sewing machine in art class. Just because I go through like projects really fast and I just like don't have much to do in class, so I was like really bored. I didn't know what to do. She gave me her really old sewing machine because, mind you, this woman, I love her. She's quite old. She's a wise old woman, okay? And like, that's not a diss on her. Like, I love her, okay? But that's just the truth. So she had a pretty old sewing machine, and it was great. I loved it. Obviously, because it was so old, it came with its own faults. Like, it wasn't very good at sewing. But it worked. I was sewing, okay? And I think my very first like real project was a tote bag, and I sewed it wrong. I sewed the straps the wrong way. I think I sewed them, I don't even remember how I did it. I just did it the wrong way. I don't know. But that's okay, because it still looked cool as fuck, okay? It looked cool, and I was so proud. I felt so happy that I even was able to do it. So that was my first introduction to sewing. But anyways, I digress. So I haven't been sewing for very long, but I love sewing. And I just want to yap about it today because, hey, it's my channel. I'll do what I want. I'm having a pretty gnarly time. I am currently trying, wait, I'll get it for you guys. Hold on. I'm currently trying to sew this. I'm like trying to sew a little rainbow. Obviously, alright, I know the stitching is bad. Like, it's not a great sew, okay? I know that. But I don't really mind the messy stitching or the messy aspect of it all. I like that, and I don't really plan on like making sewing like a whole career for myself. I mean, you never know, but I don't think I want to be like a designer or anything. I just really like sewing. I really like the freedom it gives you. Like, even just knowing how to hand sew is such a crazy like oh my god, I can do this now. Like, I can mend clothes, I can sew the waist of a shirt smaller, like I can do anything. It's crazy. Like, one of the biggest reasons I want to start sewing was obviously just because it's fun, but also for that ability to DIY your clothes more, to, you know, make it more you, and to have this ability to like alter your clothes and change it at all. Like, to me, that's a really big deal. And honestly, I thrift a lot, so having that ability, especially to like make clothes smaller or bigger, whatever. Well, I mean, you can't really make clothes bigger, but you can certainly make them smaller, was really a big deal for me because, not to brag or anything, but I often thrift shirts. Sorry, this is gonna sound so annoying. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. At least, you know what? I'm self-aware. I often thrift shirts that the waist isn't small enough. That sounded so terrible. I'm so sorry. But having a sewing machine gives me so much freedom, so much more of an ability to do things that I want and make clothes so much more customizable to me, and I just love that, man. I love it. Currently, the biggest problem that I have with sewing, though, is my lack of access to fabric. Where the fuck does someone find fabric? I mean, sure, you go to Joann's, but I think most Joann's are closing. There aren't really that many sewing shops near me, or sorry, fabric shops, like anything related to sewing. That's kind of hard to find. Even though I live in a pretty major city, it's still kind of hard. I find it pretty difficult. I don't know. Maybe that's just me and my lack of trying, but I don't know. So what I've been doing, which is honestly also a really good option, is just cutting old shirts that I don't wear anymore, like cutting scraps and pieces out of it. That's what I did for my little rainbow shirt. I just cut, you know, scraps or like strips out of old t-shirts and stuff I don't wear, and I think it's actually pretty cool. Although I'm getting rid of most of my clothes, I'm donating them because I have so many clothes. Oh my god, guys, I'm really sorry. I feel like actually the overconsumption final boss, like, oh, it's bad. Anyways, yeah, I I don't know, I just wanted to yap about it for a bit. I know this is a really short video, but I really love sewing, and obviously I know, like, to give a little disclaimer, I know having a sewing machine is expensive, and obviously, like, not everyone can afford a sewing machine, so, like, I get it. Like, yeah, I have a lot of privilege, like, I acknowledge that, like, yeah, absolutely. I sound really pissed off when I said that. I didn't mean it like that. I'm not trying to be, like, passive aggressive or anything. You know, obviously I'm just, like, I understand, like, not everyone can afford a sewing machine. Like, it was kind of crazy that, like, my own twin brother could afford to get me a sewing machine, so that's really great. And, like, obviously, you know, people can't really do that all the time, so I get that. So anyways, I just want to talk about that. I love having a sewing machine. It's so great, it's so fun, I love it. I don't mean to, like, influence anyone. I'm not trying to be, like, some fuck-ass influencer, but I love sewing machines. I love it all. Okay. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.